Patrick Ogle for Gearwire, and I'm talking again about the classes, the guitar repair and maintenance class at the Chicago School of Guitar Making, taught by Ian Schneller. And these are just my impressions of the class and what you get out of it. And there have been two before this, and I talked a little bit about this guitar and how I screwed it up by being a lazy sack of crap. And but that's okay. Screwing things up is kind of is how you learn. If you don't screw, you know, I'm a little bit afraid to touch the guitars, and that's the problem. Even the junky ones, because I just, you know. But by way of an amusing story, so after I brought in a guitar I like a little bit better, a Takamine Santa Fe that I have. I forget the exact model number, but it's a parlor size. It's a 3/4 size guitar. It's not really a parlor size. But I brought it in, and there was a buzz on one of the strings, and Ian said, well, change out the string. Okay, so now I've been playing the guitar for probably 30 years, but more than 30 years. And I've restrung many, many guitars. But the other day, he had shown like how they restring guitars. Like they take the guitar, they put the string in, they line the little hole up, they put it in, they turn it, and it goes around over once and then under the rest of the couple of times, and then it goes right on. So I'm like, wow, that's way faster than how I restring a guitar. So I'm sitting there with a Takamine, and I say, I'm going to do it their way. Bam! I snap the string right off of the guitar. Okay, so I have to go over and say, I popped the string off of the guitar. Can you give me another one? So I put it on. Bam! I popped the string off of the guitar again. So then I say, you know what? I'm going to go back to my way of stringing the guitar, which, at least for me, is more effective. I mean, their way is actually, it would take you half the time, and it looks better, and everything is good, but I'm just set in my way, so I had to change it. But the interesting part is, I just took the old string and kind of manhandled it back onto the guitar, and the buzz was gone. And so we had thought maybe it was the string. You don't want to start fooling with stuff on the guitar when it might just be the string. You don't want to start adjusting the truss rod and doing all this stuff to the guitar because, you know, why do that if you can just change the string? It could be just a string. And instead it was just some kind of weird thing. And he kind of laughed and said, Ian Schneller laughed and said, you know, kind of works that way sometimes. It illustrates something I think is important when you're taking a class when you don't know what you're doing. You can learn about what adjusting the truss rod does, with the relief on the neck, and you can learn how to do intonation, which they had taught us there. You can learn how to, you know, change the saddle. You can learn about what you need. You know, filing the nut is another thing that they showed us how to do. Like if you have a buzz on this string, right here on this string on the first fret, and that's the only place you have a problem, chances are it's the nut. And but most of the time it's not that clear cut. There's some buzz, there's something wrong, and figuring out exactly what it is going to, especially for somebody who is just learning how to do it, is trial and error. And you have people that have been doing it for many, many years, and for them, they can narrow it down to a number of things just like that. But you're not going to be able to. Even if you have been playing for a long time, you're just not. So you're going to have to go through the whole rigmarole. And even the people that do know what they're doing, when they narrow it down, they're still wrong sometimes. So don't be afraid to be wrong. And that was my experience in the second class. Basically, all I did was I popped 2 strings off of the guitar while putting them on, like I was 11, and then I made the problem go away by putting the original string that we thought the problem was back on the guitar. Sounds like not a lot accomplished, but I felt a sense of accomplishment that I even touched the guitar. I actually figured out what size wrench fit into the truss rod on that guitar, and that's as far as I went. So, more next time after the final class at the Chicago School of Guitar Making.